And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Wednesday, brought to you by Alliance Bank, Central Texas, and by the Brazos Landing. Look who's here, Coach Michael Ford with us.
Whoa.
Welcome into the studio. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Pull that mic a little bit closer.
First time for me to be here, and
now you know where we are.
Yeah,
you come by anytime.
Yeah, I like this. I like the setup.
It's a great setup.
Yeah,
It is. Well, I should say welcome in and welcome back to town. You've been traveling.
Yeah.
Big 12s out in Arizona last week.
Yeah, we were left on Tuesday, last Tuesday. Got back on Sunday, and had a couple of days off of rest, and we'll start back training today. But it was a great experience out of Arizona. Meet ran well, very hot, different type of heat.
Right.
Almost like a back of a bus heat. When, very hot, very dry.
Yeah.
So our kids, we had to get used to that. I'm used to being in Texas with the humidity, but no humidity there.
Yeah.
And I think I probably prefer the humidity.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a searing heat.
Yeah.
I know. And I watched part of it last week, and it seemed like they pushed everything to evening for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Because of that?
Yeah. I mean, it was the multi that happened to deck. They started pretty early, like at 11, which was unbearable heat then for them, and I felt bad for them. But the running events didn't start until usually about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Yeah. So, but it was still hot, but it was starting to get cooler as it went.
Good call.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of your student athletes' performances out there. How about Tirah Kelley? Gosh, she was terrific.
Well, I going in, my big thing was hoping that she would win Big 12. She's grinded all the last 3 years for us, and indoor, of course, she got the flu at the Big 12 championship indoor, so she couldn't even try to worst timing ever. But for her to win this year, she's been running really good all season, finishing third indoor at the indoor national championship. But for her to win and then also break the school record again, and then also break the meet record, break the Big 12 meet record was fantastic. Yeah. She looked really good. I thought she was ready to run 22.2. She ran 22.19.
Yeah.
So she did awesome. And then also, but I was probably more impressed with her 100. She ended up running 11:13 and getting second to help the team with some points. So, she had an awesome meet.
I was going to ask you about the 100. I mean, it's almost like, hey, Tirah, you got a little extra time. Why don't you go out there and run the 100? And she finished second.
Yeah, well, last year at the Big 12 in Kansas, I thought she would make the final, and she didn't make the final. She just didn't have a good race. But luckily, we had Alexis Brown, who ended up getting second last year too.
Yeah.
But looking at it as a team, I thought that we could finish fourth, or third or fourth if we hit right, and that was one of the things we needed her to make the final. And so we had three young ladies in the final, and then we had 3 in the 200. So the points kind of shaked out.
Yeah.
As the weird.
I got you. Very good. The pole vault. I mean, Baylor's become. I mean, we're quarter mile U. We kind of become.
We might be
pole vault U. Right.
Coach Richards. I mean, he's done a great job. He's been great since Annie Rhodes was competing for us, and so he's just putting together a great group of young men and women. I think he brought 6. I want to say he brought 4 women, 2 guys. So he brought 5 athletes, and 4 of them scored at the meet. Wow. So no, he had an awesome meet. When you can go 1-2-4 in the women's pole vault, that was awesome. That was Tinley Coombs' first Big 12 title, and so it's interesting when you have 3 young ladies on your team that have all won Big 12s. So Lindsay Lentz won Big 12s her freshman year, and Amali's won, I think, 5 Big 12 titles in a row until then. Yeah. And then Tinley. And so I think the competition with them in themselves has been awesome. And then Parker Brannon, he scored in the men, and so I was very happy for him because he's been working really hard this year. And Brandon thought that he would be able to score, and he ended up doing it.
That's good. Does this partially show a commitment on your part and the program's part, to put some scholarship money toward pole vaulters, toward field events?
Yeah, I think that was my big thing when I got hired, just trying to figure out how can we be competitive in our conference. And well, I will say the new Big 12, it's so different now with the other schools that are in. A lot of the schools that did come, they're more distance heavy.
Okay.
So our distance was going to take a hit. So I said, if we can be competitive, we could still be really strong in the sprints and the hurdles, and then in the field events. And so that's what that's what we're leaning towards to try to get. And then we'll kind of slowly now starting to put some money in our distance program.
Yeah,
too.
very cool. That's great. Great plan. Men's 4x4,
Yes.
Big 12 champs. Great time. Was that best time of the year?
Best time of the year. It was funny. I said, I was thinking Coach Hart was looking down on me. First, I guess, Big 12 title since he passed. And they just competed really well. I think Iron, he led off with it like 46-2. And then Malik Franklin, he split 44-7. And then we actually threw a freshman on there, Bailey Ashmead, put him on there on third. We had a little injury on one of the other guys that had been running all year, but he ran great. He ran 46 flat.
Wow.
And then Tyler Honeyman anchored with a 45-6. So it moved them up quite a bit. I think in the region now we're sitting third.
Oh, wow.
In the region, and I think nationally we're sitting eighth. Yeah.
Very good.
That was
Very
a
good.
great win for them. I mean, they've been working really hard all year.
Who else or what relays did particularly well at the Big 12s?
Oh, man. I would say our men's 4x4. I mean, our men's 4x4, but our men's 4x1 ran well. They ran their season's best. They ran 39-38. And then I would say Janae, the Gans, our jumper, she did well. And she was third and so I think for us going into the regional meet is going to be critical just to kind of get how many people we can get to nationals.
Right. So I said it wrong earlier, and I don't know why I can't keep in my mind straight about the regionals before you get to the nationals. I said NCAA nationals in Fayetteville, but this is the regional next week.
Technically, it is the national meet.
Yeah.
They're at our national meet. There's 4 rounds. 2 of them happen to be at the regional meet.
Gotcha.
So we'll have our prelim, our first round, and our quarterfinal in Arkansas, and then we'll have our semifinal final in Eugene.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
But you're going to Fayetteville next week.
Yes.
And you got a good group going.
Yeah. So we'll find out exactly how many we'll have going on Thursday.
Okay.
I think right now, we're probably have about 17. Just going off the top of my head, I think we'll have 17. We'll have all 4 relays make it. 3 pole vault women. Parker will be in the pole vault.
Yeah.
I think we'll have 4 women in the 100.
Okay.
I think we'll have 3 in the 200. I think in the men we'll have maybe 2 guys in the 100, 2 guys in the 200, and 2 guys in the 400. Then Ruth Camille, she'll run the 5 and the 10.
Okay.
And then Janae, she'll long jump and also run the 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Where does Tirah rank nationally in the 200?
So nationally, she's sitting number 4.
Okay.
At region, I think she's number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll
Our region is weird because there's no final.
Yeah.
So you run your prelims on, and it's odd where all season we don't run. We run men and women on the same day.
Yeah.
But the regional meet, you have the men run on Wednesday, the women run on Thursday, then the next round Friday, the men, and then the women run on Saturday. Yeah. And so it just is basically just advancing. Yeah. So if they make it through the first round, they basically in the running events, they'll have 6 heats. They'll cut it down to basically 24. And then out of that 24, they only take 12.
Yeah.
And so as long as you're in the top 12, then you make it to the next round.
Yeah. But there's not, there's no victory stand. There's no you're the winner.
No points.
Right. That's kind of different.
Yeah. It's more frustrating. It's more, I think, anxious feeling because even in the pole vault, especially in the field events, you only get 3 attempts. So long jump, triple jump, you only get 3 attempts, and that's it. The pole vault, you just keep going until there are 12 people. And so
that's strange.
And that's just the nature of it. And so like a long jumper, if they have, say, they have 2 fouls, then they're panicking even more because they got to get the 1 jump in.
That's true.
Where normally if they got 1 jump in and they jump well, they'll at least get 3 more. But at our regional meet, you only get 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So sometimes it's a little stressful because you can been competing all year, and then it comes out to that meet to make it to the next round.
Man, I can see that. Yeah. All right, so Fayetteville next week, and then the Nationals beyond that back in Eugene, Oregon hosting there, which is a great spot. We were talking about that. It's not there every year, but pretty much every year.
Yeah, they actually had it for they have a 10-year contract.
Oh, okay.
To have it, I think the year right before COVID, UT, University of Texas, had to meet, but of course, since we had COVID, no one ran.
Right.
So they gave it back to UT once we started back.
Okay.
But Oregon has it for the next, I know at least the next 2 years.
How about that?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Do you mind that?
I don't like traveling on the West as much,
right?
But I think the facility is awesome. They do a great job. The University of Oregon, they do a great job hosting. Yeah. To me, it's just you never know about the weather. We come from 90 to 100 degrees here, where it could be 50, 70, raining.
It's true.
Cooler. But the one thing I would say about the Oregon, the crowd at Eugene is awesome. There's so much history with Hayward Field. Yeah. And so I think it's a great atmosphere, but I wish sometimes we would have it somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. The facility is great too.
Yeah.
You can.
The facility is awesome.
Yeah.
Like there's no other facility in the US that can compare to it.
Right. Very cool. All right. So good representation there coming out of the Big 12s. How did Arizona do? I know they redid their track and everything.
So they redid their coach before their former coach had it in the works to get it resurfaced. And then they hired a new coach right after that. But they actually did well for the whole school. I think the men finished second and the women finished third. Okay. So Coach Dubs, they had a really good meet, and they'll probably have a lot of people going to regionals too. So we'll see them there again.
Great. Yeah. So you've got next week and then 2 weeks beyond that, nationals. So you're the last sport to finish here at Baylor every year, right?
Every year we're the last ones. And I think right after that, then we have USA championships.
Okay.
We have under 20 USA under 20 championships the week after back in Oregon. So I think right now we only have two athletes that don't turn 20 this year, so they'll go out there and try to compete there. And then we'll have a few like Tirah, Tinley, probably Malik, Franklin, and Molly. They'll compete at USA, the senior USA meet, but it's not until July.
Oh,
it's at end of July. Yeah.
Man, and you've got some other former Baylor student athletes that you are still coaching, like Trayvon Bromell. How's he doing? You said he's going to China?
Yeah. So he had a meet last week in China, and he finished 4th. He ran 10-0. His season opener he went 10-01.
Wow.
So then he'll run on Saturday in another meet in China, and then he'll fly back and get ready for. There's a USA Track and Field has a track meet down at College Station. On June, my off weekend, on June 6th. And so I'll go down there with him and a few other guys that I work with.
You won't know what to do with it being that close.
I know.
You don't have to get on a plane.
No, I'll have to drive down and stay in College Station for a couple of hours and come back.
And then come back.
Yeah. and then leave probably that Sunday to go to Oregon.
Yeah.
So
there you'll get your miles in.
Yeah.
Well, really cool. Congratulations on what y'all done already. And it was fun. We had SACE had the senior recognition. You were there, right?
No, we were gone. We were at the meet.
Yeah. But really nice. We had to call some of your graduating seniors' names and say they're not here because they're competing. But it was a good group.
Yeah. No, I mean, our senior class, we talked to them in Eugene. In Tulsa, Arizona. I'm sorry, and we actually had a little ceremony.
Oh, did
for
you?
them,
nice.
In our team room.
Oh,
so
that's great.
It was cool. They're all. I mean, besides being great on the track, they're great people, but academically really strong. So just happy for them to go on to another career path, but definitely going to miss them.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And they've left their mark here for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. While you're here, Garrett, this is becoming a common theme now. Yeah, okay. So you see our set,
Yes.
and we've got, we got good representation of most sports. I don't know what we have track and field represented up here. So if you'd like to give us a baton or a pair of shoes or something, we'll put it up here behind us.
I got you.
Whatever you'd like.
I'll bring a baton, and I'll bring you and him some shoes.
Oh, baby.
For y'all.
Oh, baby. No, I wasn't. That'd be great. I wasn't kicking for that,
Yeah.
but just to
Or
put
I'll
on
bring
the
you a
set
pair of
here.
spikes.
Now that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. We'll
bring you
put
a pair of
those right up
spikes.
here on the
Yeah.
set. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Bet.
Come back anytime.
I will.
You know where we are.
Yes.
Michael Ford with Baylor Track and Field. They're headed to the NCAA. Is that the West Regional?
West
in
Regional.
Fayetteville?
Yes.
Where's the East Regional?
It's going to be Kentucky.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lexington,
very good.
Kentucky.
But the West Regional, that feeds into the Nationals in Eugene, Oregon. But thanks for coming in. Great to see you.
Thank you for having
All right.
me.
Michael Ford with us. John Morris Show will continue right after this. Stay with us.